Cold-Blooded Killer. Episode 2. As soon as they saw the man's dead body, both police officers were startled. Only now have they really realized the seriousness of this case. Immediately, Hong said that his subordinates reported to the police headquarters. There was enough evidence to confirm that Jemming was the killer. Immediately, Hong and his teammates stayed behind to protect the scene and controlled Jemming's wife to prevent her from escaping. During this time, the support force also immediately set out to Jemming's house. As soon as they were present, the police force checked the entire campus of Jemming's house. Bordering areas are also checked to avoid missing important clues. The search process was very quick. A young police officer was the first to find 2 corpses behind a pile of firewood near the stove. The 2 bodies were in a rather strange condition, both stripped of their clothes and shaved. These 2 seemed to be grandparents. They died in a tight embrace until the grandfather still tried to protect his grandson until the moment of death. As soon as he learned of discovering a new corpse, Hong immediately showed up. He ordered his subordinates to record all information and then brought the 2 victims to the police headquarters. The important thing now is to find out the identity of the victim to notify their family. Everything was done in a hurry. In the late afternoon of that day, the forensic team sent the results to the investigation department. According to the results of the autopsy, one of the 3 dead was identified as Dong. The other 2 grandchildren are still unknown. This once again confirms that the number of victims may not be limited to those reported missing. The director of the police station ordered Hong to continue a thorough search of Jemming's house. Over time, the severity of the case became more and more serious. The director of the police station asked Hong in the night to gather enough forces to return to the scene, conducted a blockade of the entire village, preventing Jemming's accomplices from escaping. At the same time, it is necessary to maintain security and not let people panic, leading to undesirable consequences. Simultaneously with the investigation of the scene, the director of the police department also officially approved the decision to arrest Jemming. He was immediately questioned. In the interrogation room, the police asked Jemming about the identity of the 2 grandsons embracing each other in the pile of firewood. What is the relationship between him and the victim? In the end, for what purpose did he kill the 2 of them? But Jemming proved extremely stubborn. In front of the investigators, he just remained silent. Next, the police asked about Cheng's disappearance after coming to Jemming's house to work. The police asked Jemming to reveal where Cheng's body was hidden. At this point, Jemming began to speak. He did not deny what he did. He just said that the people he killed were useless people who couldn't do anything for society. He was just helping to purge those people. From these testimonies of Jemming, the police can confirm that the number of people Jemming has killed is not only the newly discovered but also many more. So the police asked Jemming to reveal where the other victims' bodies were hidden. Looking up at the investigator, Jemming gave a cold smile and told the police to go and find it themselves. By now, he couldn't even remember how many people he had killed. The investigator was also startled when he saw the killer's attitude. He did not expect to meet such a demon disguised as a human one day. This is the 3rd time Jemming's house has been inspected. But this time, there is a powerful police force to protect the scene and blockade the village. The story of discovering a corpse in Jemming's house has intrigued not only the people of his village, even people in the surrounding villages curiously came to see the situation. More and more people flocked to it, making it very difficult for the police to stop it. But when the people came to the scene, they all had a common thought. They never thought that a small person like Jemming could kill people. But the fact that the police were still digging made it impossible for them to believe it. Even Jemming killed one person, but the number of victims increased. Everyone was amazed at this. Not to mention him, his wife is a sick person, has difficulty walking, but can still kill people. Many people think it is unnecessary to take action directly. Maybe when the victim was asleep, Jemming sneaked on them. People kept talking outside the scene. One thing in common that could be noticed was panic. This village is inherently very peaceful, so no one can expect a killer who lives with them daily without anyone knowing. From information from people living next to Jemming's house, they said they had seen Jemming digging a rather large hole near his vegetable garden. From this information, the police immediately started digging in the suspicious area. After digging down about 50 centimeters, police discovered a layer of leaves and corn stalks stained with blood. Also, from here, the stench was so strong that the police officer in charge of digging couldn't help but wince. After taking a deep breath, the police officer began to bend down to pick up the corn leaves. Just below the dry leaves, a horrifying scene appeared that startled the police officer. After conducting a thorough digging, the police discovered that there was not only one person under the corn leaf. This was a mass grave with many bodies. The bodies were neatly stacked, one head turned to the other's feet. But as they proceeded to move the bodies out of the burial pits, the police discovered an even more horrifying truth. The police looked down at the bottom of the hole. There was still another layer of corn leaves, and under it were other bodies. Only in the 2-square-meter pit, the police bring up the total gate of 8 bodies. All of them were stripped of their clothes and had their hair shaved off. Detectives from the police station all felt chills down their spines watching this scene. Many of them have more than 20 years of experience. They had never encountered a case of such great magnitude. From the state of the discovered corpses, the police began to outline Jemming's purpose in killing these people. The investigative staff suspected that Jemming had a mental problem to commit such a horrible crime. But later, during the investigation, the police concluded that Jemming was completely normal, even he had a rather high IQ. While the two investigators were talking, a scream was heard calling their names. A police officer, during the inspection, discovered something unusual near the pigsty. The police discovered that this is also another mass grave, but much larger in scale than the first one. On the other hand, the bodies here have begun to decompose, indicating that these people were killed a long time ago. After removing the bodies from the burial pits, the police carried out a census of victims. The alarming number made the investigator look back many times before daring to read it to his teammates. A total of 33 bodies were discovered. Cold sweat drops continuously rolled down the investigator's forehead. But he knew that this was still not the final number. Until this land is turned over, it is impossible to say how many people have been killed. Unable to delay any longer, the police conducted a search overnight. At around midnight, another burial pit was discovered, bringing the death toll to 45, plus one person in a room in the house, and 2 grandparents in a pile of firewood, all of which have found 48 victims. Information for some reason leaked out. People gathered outside began to show anger. With such a large number of victims that the local police did not know anything, a wave of outrage quickly spread through the crowd gathered outside the scene. Many of these people have relatives who are believed to have been missing for a long time. They fear that the newly found bodies have their loved ones, so they find ways to get inside. In this situation, the police did not dare to forcefully suppress it. A riot will likely break out when doing so. Information about the case quickly spread. Not only the domestic press but also the foreign press simultaneously reported on this shocking case. Immediately an emergency meeting was held. including many local departments and representatives of the central government also present. They must have the earliest answer to the growing pressure of public opinion. During the meeting, the host asked the police to clarify when Jemin's crimes began. Whether or not someone helped him kill so many people. This case basically must not let anyone go through the net. Otherwise, the consequences will be extremely valuable. Another point that also needs to be emphasized in this case is the management of the local government. Why did such a horrible incident happen without anyone knowing anything? This proves that the local management capacity is too weak. The leaders didn't care about the people for a long time. That's why such a thing happened. During the investigation, police seized 15 passbooks, 4 watches, and many other hidden notes worth more than 100,000 United States dollars at current prices. These assets still do not consider the savings books already withdrawn and destroyed by Jemin, plus many other assets. But the terrible things do not come from the above numbers but from Jemin's creepy testimony. He confessed that the people he killed were social parasites. He only purged those people from society. Also, according to Jemin, there are 2 types of people that he must kill to be able to: the disabled and the people who do not want to work. From what Jemin confessed, the police gradually sketched Jemin's criminal history. Jemin often went to the local train station to entice people from other provinces to come and find work. He promised high wages and then brought these people to his home. Jemin will take advantage of opportunities that the victim does not pay attention to kill them. After killing the victim, he appropriated the property they brought with them, and the days these people worked for him. Jemin also added that there are 3 types of people he never kills: science and technology staff, civil servants, and state officials. According to Jemin, these people are devoted to the country, so they should not be killed. But immediately, the police rejected these fallacies of Jemin. The truth is that he killed people just to rob property and satisfy his bestiality. The proof is that most of his victims are the family's main workers, not the target of the people forcibly killed that Jemin said at first. The longer Jemin interrogated, the more dissatisfied the investigators felt. There were times when they couldn't hold back anymore. They had to order their subordinates to take Jemin out. They were afraid that they would not control themselves and shoot Jemin dead right in the interrogation room. During the last interview, before Jemin was taken out, the coroner asked him one last thing. Why did he shave all the hair on the victim's head? What did he do that for? Turning to look at the investigator, Jemin answered a question that made everyone present in the interrogation room shudder. Jemin said, "For sale, of course. Human hair is very valuable, don't you know?" On September 27, 1985, after 4 months of investigation, Jemin was sentenced to death and had to be executed immediately. Executed with Jemin also has his wife. Although the body is weak, Jemin's wife had helped her husband most of the time when Jemin killed people. In the end, the 2 demons in human disguise could not escape the sword of justice. But for many people, such a death is too gentle for the Jemin couple. Their crimes are so terrible, no punishment can match that crime. The story that I want to tell ends here. Every time I think of it, I was once again chilled by the crimes a human being could do to his fellow human beings. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know how you feel.